You can have an amazing idea, but you produce it poorly. You rush production aspect of it. The technical is not correct. It is not relatable to the audience, and we lose it. At the end of it all, it turns out to be bogus, and that is what we've seen before. Having worked, I've seen scenarios where they had amazing idea, but the cost issue they bring in. Let us shoot this 14 episode within 2 days and have it done and edit it. Will save a lot of money. Then they rush doing a very good project, and it turns out to be very, very badly executed project, and the audience doesn't not relate to them. It's not turning into views, and that's how we end up losing it. Another thing here is this department that it need to be really checked on. How most television stations normally don't produce the drama series that they air on their TVs, but there must be a commissioning producer that all these people must come in, listen to their pitch, and decide we are going with this production, and this is the content we are going to bring forth on our TV. Once they do that, they leave the entire production for the production company to handle. And the pitch may be interesting, but they don't consistently check that whatever they've produced is interesting and is within the specs of what television the audience needs. This kind of producer need to have, let me talk about the role. Television station has lacked such kind of producer, the commissioning producer. This producer is very key in building a powerful content for television. He needs to understand the story structure. How does the story evolve from the inception to the end of the story? Who is the main character of the story? And how do we make the audience fall in love or empathize with the character? And how do other characters that are incorporated in the story help in telling the main story? This is purely scripting, storytelling, and ability to be able to know, to identify if the story is really viable for production or is not. Was that scene necessary? So if you're a commissioning producer, not only do you have time to commission and say, this is the production, that this idea is great, I see the potential in the idea, let us invest in this idea. That is one thing. After listening to several pitches that are being sent to the broadcasting station, you should basically sit down with different producers and listen to the pitch and determine which kind of pitch you think is interesting. That is one step. The second step is, as the script writers are going to tell the story, you should be able to review the script before the actual shoot to ensure that the story is what you agreed on and is developing professionally the way it will be able to be followed by audience, and it will be intriguing. So they will be sending script, you will read the script. If there's a correction, you will collaborate with them to ensure that the corrections, that the problems that you have identified has been rectified before the actual shooting.